to the stage a good friend of mine. He's been all over the place, and ladies, he's single. Please welcome Mr. Ruben B.
Sometimes I wish my mom was still a virgin. I just like thinking of creative ways to tell you that I don't want to be here. No, it's great to be here. Make some noise, Comedy Plex, yeah. And thank God my mom's not a virgin because I'm pretty sure that would make me Jesus, you know? And he died in a weird way, right? I mean, they made the guy carry a cross and run a marathon. And then they nailed him to the cross he was carrying after that marathon. Imagine being nailed to anything like that. Jesus Christ. But his death, it feels like a waste if you think about it, you know? Like, Jesus died for our sins, but that's all anyone does these days. It feels more like he died for our sin, because the only sin people don't go around committing is nailing people to shit. It's a weird misdemeanor. I don't know. I'd say my favorite thing about the Lord's death, it would have to be the community and the camaraderie involved in that activity, right? Like, if you really think about it, the entire city of Jerusalem came together to commit a hate crime. You know, like, there's something kind of sweet about that. I like it. Speaking of Jesus, I stopped watching porn pretty recently. I just read porn now. It's a lot better. I like it. I didn't like, jerking off and watching it. It felt like I was being a cuck from far away. I didn't like that. But it's all the same. I mean, you take forever to find what you like, and then you jack off and you come, and you go put the Bible back on the bookshelf. You know what I mean? You guys aren't into that? No? My bad. No, I have been trying to read more lately, though. I don't think I'm doing the best job of it, though. Like, I'm reading a lot of article headlines, mostly. I saw one the other day that stood out to me. It said, porn star breaks record, sleeps with 1,000 men in 24 hours. And I guess it just stood out to me because I was like, what was the record before? It was probably like 68 or something. Like, she overshot that by a mile. I don't know. I read some of the article, and a lot of people were calling her an overachiever, but more of an overreceiver, if you ask me. It's just what I think. Now, I have been trying to learn more about everything lately. Like, I just learned what a wellness check is. Yeah, it's been good. Basically, what I learned is that if the police come knocking on your door for a wellness check and they find you alive, they're pretty upset. They're pretty mad about that encounter. But I'm so dumb that when I got a knock on my door from a copper and he was like, "Hey, buddy, you're getting a wellness check," I was like, "That's great. How much am I getting?" I really thought that. And I really could have used that money too, because I just lost my job pretty recently. Yeah, I worked for Nintendo, and I was tasked with creating a new product for us. So I thought, like, hey, let's bring back the Nintendo DS, Thought that was a good idea. Yeah, it'd be nostalgic and fun. And then to get new customers involved, I thought, like, let's incorporate AI into it. And I thought it was a good idea, but I didn't say it all together until I pitched it to my boss for the first time. And I told him that our new product should be the Nintendo AI DS. That was a weird meeting, I'm not gonna lie. I looked him directly in the eye and I told him, we need to guarantee that every child in America gets the new AI DS. For Christmas. It'll change their life forever. And I wasn't wrong, but I am unemployed, so I don't know. Now, I feel bad for kids now these days, too, I do. Not just because of the AIDS, but I feel bad because clocks are extinct now, They don't exist anymore. So you don't hear fun sayings like when I was a kid, right? You don't hear anyone nowadays like, hey, hot lady, 10 o'clock. The era's over, it's gone. You don't even hear a fun replacement for it, something cool like a, hey hot lady, battery percentage, There's no creativity in the youth, that's sad. I don't know. I don't know what your host was talking about. I have a girlfriend. She's a pretty strange lady though. She is. She's weird. She is. Most girls like it when you eat their pussy from the back. But my girlfriend likes it when I eat her ass from the front. It's her favorite sexual position. She calls it the guaranteed UTI. Yeah, try it. It's expensive. Now, I should also mention that I haven't met my girlfriend yet. Yeah, but she'll like it. Trust me. She'll like it. No, yeah, I don't. I lied. I don't have a girlfriend. I do hope when I get a girlfriend, though, I hope that she's a hoarder, honestly. And I hope that because I have abandonment issues, so yeah, if you get thrown out by a hoarder, you know that you're the problem. There's not too much you can do about that one. It's rough. Yeah, I am a lonely guy. I spend too much time on my phone, I'd say. Like, I noticed we have certain features on there, weird features. Like, we have a do not disturb button. Why do we have that? Like, isn't that the whole point to buying a phone? Isn't that why you just spent over $1,000 to just neglect your loved one? Whatever. I'll let it go. But I feel like I speak for a lot of people when I say that there should be a please disturb button, No one else here?
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool.
There's all those great moms out there.
That's right.
They're not mine.
All right, let's relax. Let's my fault. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm from Chicago. I like being from Chicago. Yeah, it's fun. I like all the murder that we have here. Yeah, it's a good time. It is. We're the best at it, constantly. We always have great numbers. We're always awesome. And then people talk shit about our numbers, and I hate when they do that, because then we have to kill them. So, yeah, I don't like doing that. And I feel like it's a privilege to die here. So what if you die somewhere like boring and lame? You don't want to die in like Kentucky or something. That's just sad. No one wants that phone call. I live at home with my parents. Yeah, that's my mom. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. No, but my favorite part about that is I get to hide alcohol from my parents like I'm 16 again. And that's fun, It's a Friday night, it's 8 p.m. I'm in my room, I've got a coffee cup filled with twisted tea, and I'm like, chamomile, It's good. And I do this because every time my mom catches me with my chamomile, she gets very, very upset about how much of a lightweight drinker I am. She does. She doesn't like that. She'll bust in my room like, what the hell's going on in here? We're only having one drink on a Friday night? When I was your age, I was getting fucked up. Every single night. And I was like, that's kind of a fun thing to admit when you're 47, That's cool. And then I realized that when my mom was my age, I was 3. And I told her that. I did. And she was like, stop. All right, you weren't 3. I was pregnant. So I don't know. That might be how I got here also. I don't know. I have a lot of gay cousins. It kind of waters down the whole kissing cousins thing for me. Yeah, I feel like I get asked if I'm gay a lot, and I'm not. But whenever I get asked that question, I usually just respond by saying, not yet. That's usually what I say. I'm young, I got a lot of life to live, who knows? But I mostly get that logic from that it took me 4 tries to like sushi. So, yeah, I figure I just got to keep shoving it down my throat till I'm like, hey, that's not bad. Got one more for you guys, and I'll get out of here. I was thinking about school shootings today. I mean, I wasn't jerking off or anything. It's fine. But I was just wondering, like, how come we never hear about night school shootings, you know? I feel like if anyone had a reason, it'd be one of those folks. But I feel like maybe night school shootings happen, and everyone's just like, as long as they're happening, you know, like those aren't the worst people we could lose. I know that's not the best sentence I've ever said, but I feel like we should just treat night school shootings the way that we treat hurricanes in this country, you know? We're all just like, man, that's awful that happened, but at least it was Florida. All right, thanks for coming out, guys.
Everybody, he is available for all future Easter gatherings.